Now, throughout the passage, you consistently see them refer to him as blind Bartimaeus or the blind man. The blind man. And it says, and Jesus stood still, 49, and commanded him to be called. And they called the blind man, saying unto him, be of good comfort, rise, he calleth thee. Touch your neighbor real quick and just say, that's not my name. It bothered me as I read this passage and also looked it up in the Synoptic Gospels. That in the Synoptic Gospels, in which are Matthew, Mark, and Luke, we see in Mark actually refers to this man as blind Bartimaeus. The people are referring to him as the blind man. When you read Matthew and Luke, they don't even assign him a name. In one of the Gospels, they refer to two blind men that are sitting by the side, and one is begging. And in the other one, they talk about this blind man who is begging, but they don't even think him worthy enough to assign him a name. And in this passage, even when he is referred to by name, it is still him being connected to being blind Bartimaeus. But here's the dilemma with life. People have a tendency to define you by your condition, rather than what God has said about you. Touch your neighbor and say, that's not my name. If you grew up in the hood, you know what I mean. They'll say like, that's crazy Larry over there. Or that's loose Susie, or you know, they'll call you by your condition or by the situation that is plaguing your life at the time. But touch your neighbor and say, that's not my name. I'm gonna talk to somebody that came to really get some help today. You understand what I'm saying? If you've had one event in your life that just left you spotted or left you lame or crippled or left you in a position, it just seems like people want to define you for the rest of your life by that. Yes, this man was born blind, but that is not his name, the blind man or blind Bartimaeus. His name is Bartimaeus. It is not like this is the first time that you see this happening in Scripture. Even when you get into the genealogy of Jesus Christ and it starts to break it down in the Gospels of Matthew, what it does is it's appalling to a degree that here is Rahab who hid the spies when they came into Jericho, and then because she hid the spies, she was given favor with God. But forever throughout history, even though she's Jesus's great grandmother, she's consistently referred to as Rahab the harlot. Now, isn't it amazing? 40 generations later, they're still defining her by her past versus the great deed that she did and how she showed that she had faith and confidence in God and hid the spies. Isn't it amazing that no matter what you do, people will still call you by yesterday? I'm gonna talk over here. Touch your neighbor and say, and that's not my name. And you better be careful that you don't become comfortable with people defining you by that and begin to embrace it. And then you start saying, yeah, my name is Crazy Larry. Y'all ain't gonna help me in here. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Some of y'all, all you are is that dude's baby mama. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me now. The baby is 18 and don't went to college, and they still talking about you Chris baby mama. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me. Touch your neighbor and say, that's not my name. You gotta get to a place in your life where you refuse to be defined by a condition that is absolutely temporary. Let me talk to somebody else before I get out of here. Somebody say it's temporary. This is but a light affliction, 2 Corinthians 4:17, and it's but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding eternal weight of glory. So we don't look at the things that are seen, because the things that are seen are temporary. We look at the unseen because they return and they have no end. Am I talking to the right people? And at least if other people won't let you forget who you are, you make sure you redefine yourself and you stop letting people talk to you like you still living in your yesterday. I wish I had about 2 or 3 people in here that have had enough. Touch a neighbor and holler, yesterday, that's not my name.